Sunday, everyone. Welcome to a new vlog. We are officially back on the vlogging camera. Last week's vlog, or my vlog from 2 weeks ago rather, was strictly on my phone because it was just very sporadic and I hadn't vlogged for a bit. So I just got ready. Scott and I are going to go to a brewery, a winery, and a cidery today, all kind of within a short jaunt of each other. The brewery is obviously for him, the winery is let's just see, and then the cidery is for me. We used to love hitting up different cideries and brew houses. I am not a big beer drinker, really don't like any of them, but it's always fun to try, and I'll just like sip from his flights. But it is going to be a really nice day today, so I'm very excited. I am loving my outfit. Just one of those things that I was like, you know what? Yes. So I'll show you guys that in a little bit, but it inspired me for a little reel that I'm gonna film. But we're gonna be out for a few hours doing this, and then we have a little bit of yard work to do. We have been loving our backyard. We have basically no direct sun on the deck portion in the afternoon, so it's actually really lovely to go sit out there in the afternoons because you can enjoy the warmth of the day without scorching yourself. So we still have a few tweaks to do in the lawn. We're hoping to kind of revise some of the grass, but just some kind of like random splotches. So that is a later problem. But I have one of my new bags. So a few vlogs ago, I went to Winners and I got like a twofer. So this is the little like raffia baguette that came with the white purse, which I've been using on and off for work because it's the perfect size for like, you know, a couple notebooks and books and stuff while I'm jaunting around. But we are going to head out now and bring you along. All right, Google has led us into the middle of nowhere. It had a road. The road no longer exists. I will like show a little clip here of what you can actually see, which is not much, and the rest is all field. It's sketchy gravel road. There was a sign that was like, this road is like unassumed for winter maintenance kind of thing. So there was no point, no ability to turn around until we got all the way to the end. So now we are pivoting, heading back, and hoping that Google Maps can sort its life out. I'm so glad we're in the Jeep and not like my car, because this would not have been fun in my car.
God,
but
we would have made it over those sections up here.
No, there were some like potholes. Like
no,
they're like moats.
Dry rivers.
They were yeah, they were dry rivers. They were moats. But we are working our way back. So we just went to the Creemore Brewery and we went to a patisserie and chocolatier across the street, which was really good. And we were gonna go to a winery, but we didn't realize it was by appointment only because when we were first kind of looking in the area, Google didn't show up that it was just by appointment. Oh. And then we got there and Google Maps was like, by appointment only. And we're like, really? So we could have called, but we didn't. I'm gonna show you guys this. Oh no, I stopped recording. I don't know if you got the bumps or not, but we are fine. Oh. Not quite in the clear, but we're back where houses and other farms and stuff are, so we're closer to our civilization. But anyways, we went to the winery and it was by appointment only. We could have probably called, they may have had an appointment open, but figured we'll come back another time, we'll try another day. Until we research a little more research into it. And now we're on the way to a cidery. Also, life hack.
It's like Dun something?
Duntroon, something like that. But life hack, oh, civilization. And by civilization I mean
Nothing's weird stuff.
Open field. But life hack, if you have a convertible or a Jeep like us where you can go roofless, stuff like that, get yourself a nice little earplug for the outer ear, because I hate when the wind hits my ear. It actually hurts after a while. So Scott and I are each equipped with one and we can still talk and have a chat. So there's your life hack. There we go. that was super lovely. The sun is absolutely gorgeous right now, although Scott would disagree because he's quite hot, but I'm in my happy place.
The 21 degrees is kind of perfect.
21 is perfect. It's like, it's so nice. So we did a flight of their ciders, and then we bought a couple. Of course, we got a glass. We also got a glass at Creemore because, as you guys know, if you guys are longtime followers, you'll know that Scott and I have a beer glass collection. It's one of those things that we like to do. I have no idea if you're gonna hear me over this gravel, but I also want to show you this giant garlic bulb. As far as I'm aware, they don't sell garlic. I haven't seen anything with garlic yet, but maybe it does make me chuckle at the fact that they have a giant garlic bulb. Yeah, we had a really fun time. They had games, there was cornhole, there was like the ladder toss, rope,
giant
Jenga. They do have a little mini dock and pond, but it was closed off, which I understand why you wouldn't want to have that open with alcohol, and it would be cold. But yeah, it was lovely. So we're just gonna head home. I think, are we stopping for food? We might stop for food because we wanted food before we got here, but because of our little run-in with the dead end, we didn't get anything. But it's just been a perfect Sunday. Hello everyone, happy Sunday afternoon. I'm looking a little bit flushed on camera. I just sat outside in the sun for a little while reading my book. If you guys have been following my Instagram over the last week or so, you will have seen me talking about Rick Riordan's books and how I am completely absorbed currently in the Kane Chronicles. And I'm almost on the second book, and I've only been reading it for a couple of days. So I was enjoying it out in the sun. Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking a little red. I promise you in real life I don't look this flushed. But not a lot's happened in the last week. I picked up my camera last weekend when Scott and I hit up the Creemore Springs brewery and the Duntroon cidery, and I don't know how much footage I got from that. But today we are going to the Flying Monkeys brewery just in Barrie. We're going with Scott's youngest sister. She's coming up to visit. And yesterday Scott had some friends over. They play a card game. For anyone who knows Magic the Gathering, that's what these guys do. And so we hosted a few of his friends. So all I did was clean and then read my book and just, I don't want to say stay out of the way. I came down and visited them and hung out for a little bit, but I let the boys be boys and I just made myself scarce. So today was definitely a lazy day. I slept in and then literally just read my book in bed. And then, well, I had my tea outside and my breakfast outside, and then I went inside and read my book on bed for a while, and then I went back outside, and that's been my day. And like, I'm not complaining. It's been fantastic. I'm loving it. I am now dressed and ready to go. This outfit's going to be in a upcoming reel that I filmed it this week, but I didn't like the lighting, so I'm probably gonna refilm it. But I've kind of missed my window for today, but that's all right. We'll see what happens. But this is one of the looks, and it is a blue and white themed lookbook. Like this, like chambray blue kind of situation. So basically I'm just waiting for Kirsten to arrive. She should be here in the next like 20 minutes or so. And then I'll bring you guys along to the Flying Monkeys brewery. I don't know what else we're doing. I don't know if we're gonna like go for a little walk along the water. But yeah, I figured I should probably pick up my camera. But there's literally been like nothing much to talk about, so let's talk books. If you missed my little running commentary on Insta, I would love to know. First of all, have you read any Rick Riordan books? I was saying that I've always been a huge like Harry Potter fan, and like my best friend, her two favorite series are Harry Potter and Percy Jackson, and I've never actually read Percy Jackson. I did listen to, I think, two and a half books when, well, they weren't really audiobooks back then. It was somebody just recording themselves on YouTube. So it was a long time ago. I don't really remember much about it. Like I remember like clips, and I've seen the movies with my students, which should not be spoken about. But I don't know, I never really like got into it as much, but I absolutely adore Egyptian mythology and I love Norse mythology. So he's got the Magnus Chase series and the Kane Chronicles series. So I read Magnus Chase a couple years ago with my grade 8s. So I think about 4 years ago. And I loved it. And I like made a mental note to like go back and read the rest of the series and just haven't got to it. And then I got the Red Pyramid, which is book 1 of the Kane Chronicles, a year or so ago. And I, again, just wasn't ever thinking about it, but recently I was kind of like, let's pick it up. I was bringing it to work with me on my prep periods because as a supply, I have no other work to do during that, 75-minute period. And then it lines up with lunch. It's like a 2-hour plus lunch. So I would just sit and read. So I was super absorbed in it. And I actually went to the library to get the second book. And someone had taken the book out of the library the day before. So I put a hold on it, and then I came home and Scott's like, get it on your Kobo. So I ended up buying actually the trilogy, because it was cheaper or the same price as buying just the second and third. So I was like, I might as well have it all in one book. And shortly thereafter, I couldn't put it down. So I do love and appreciate paper books, but I do like how little this is. So let me know, like, are you team book? Are you an EPUB kind of person? Kobo or Kindle? Or I'm not sure if there's any other kind of e-readers out there. Those are the two that I hear the most often. I have a Kobo because I live in Canada, so I get Kobo from like Chapters and Indigo. And I've only got a couple books on it, and Scott has an obscene number of books. Scott is a very fierce reader, vivacious maybe is the right word. He devours books, so he's got a bajillion on his Kobo, and he just reads on his phone. I can't get behind that. I do prefer a book, but this is definitely more compact and just easier to have all the books on there because I don't really have the book space. I'm like looking at my bookshelves right now. I'm like, you can fit a few more books on them, but probably shouldn't. But yeah, but if you like Egyptian myths and like young adult, I honestly like young adult novels better than, I don't even know, what is an adult novel? Because when you hear adult novel, I think of more, what is the term? Smutty, I think is the word that's floating around at the moment. That kind of thing, and that's not my thing. I shouldn't say that, I've never read it, no. But I've always really enjoyed just young adult novels and stuff like that. Or things, I guess, yeah, because even like Hunger Games, which I had never read, I've only watched, but I'm like looking at some of the books. I have the Divergent series I want to read. There's one book series that I read in elementary school, and I'm looking at it right now, but I can't remember what like the series is called. I can just see like the names of them. But it's like blue is for nightmares, white is for magic. Can't read the third one, and then I guess red is for remembrance. I loved that series. That was a really good book series. And I actually wanted to reread that because it's been almost 20 years. Yeah. That sounds disgusting. Being almost 20 years since I read a book series. Oy! So yeah, I'm just kind of chilling. I just thought I'd kind of have a sit down and blab and see how you guys are doing. I would have sat down and done like my makeup with you guys, but I literally threw some mascara on, threw a lip liner on, and a lip oil and called it a day. So yeah, so I will catch up with you guys a little bit at Flying Monkeys.
Because it's different. Yeah. I won't give you the good one, but I'll give you the other one. Like, oh, somewhere else, who knows what we'll do. Oh, and then the board horse. So I went to the...
Hey guys, it's Future Sydney here. I didn't really get to wrap up that vlog. I'm sorry this one's really kind of short and just shows a little bit of the cidery and basically me chatting about books, but that's just where things have been right now. So let me know down below again if you've read any Rick Riordan books, if you like mythologies, what book series is like your favorite. I got all kinds of questions because now I'm really back in that reading mood, so I would love to know your recommendations, things that you like and enjoy that you think I might like. So let me know down below, or you can hit me up over on Instagram, send me a DM. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in next week's video. See ya!